Hi, welcome to another video from Dr. Lock. So we're going to look at split rings. This is a split ring right here. As you can see, it's basically a piece of wire rolled around, and it's got one opening here and one opening here, and it continues here. So there's a lot of different methods of actually using these, and I just want to show you a couple of the quick ones on how to use it kind of properly or easily. A lot of people use different tools, prize tools to try and prize it, screwdrivers to try and get in there. Yes, you can, but it can be a little bit dangerous. Scissors as well. I've seen people try and use scissors to do it. Can, but it's a little bit dangerous. So the method I'm going to show you is the easiest one. Before I get into that, I just want to say the smaller the split ring, the more chance you have of losing a key. When you lose a key, it can be $100, it can be $1,000 to get another key. So when you do buy a split ring, don't use these cheap little free ones. Actually purchase one that's got some reasonable strength in it. I know they're a little bit harder to use, but I'll show you a method that makes it nice and easy. At least if you've got a decent split ring, you've got less chance of your keys separating. What I mean by that is, if you take these two, it's a reasonable one, but it's not super strong. Now if these actually got snagged on something or something happens, you just pull it apart and the keys come apart. So prevent losing your keys by a decent split ring. Okay, so I'll do it with this big example here, and then I'll do it with the little ones. When you want to put keys on, all you really have to do is take the top of the key, place it up against where the two parts meet, and give it a little push, and then just bring that point into the circle, as you can see. Now you have the option of, if you want to put your keys all the same way or backwards front. To do a nice job, it's best to just put them all in the same way. Before you start pushing all the keys all the way around, you need to keep a key in here so that you don't have to restart that edge all over again. And then you just put as many keys as you want on there. That's how it's done. Then you collect the keys, bring them round. The keys are now on the key ring. To do the reverse, it's very much similar. You don't really need to, people do use staple removers, but I find it just as easy enough to grab it here, give it a little pull, separate it, and bring them back around. And then you can do them all in the same. If you've got one particular key that you want to remove and it's in the middle, you let the other ones drop to the bottom and you just remove that one selected one. If it comes to this point here and it feels jammed, move your keys around to this point here where it's got less material, and just work that key until it comes to the open position on the split ring. Okay, so now let's load up a small split ring with a whole heap of them. You really don't need to get your nails in there and try and dig. If you get your nails in there, sometimes they can be quite strong and you can break or hurt yourself, so best not to. We're going to use a little one in this example here, and I'm going to load it up. And this method, like I'll show you right here, you simply just get the tip of the key right on the edge here, and you apply a little bit of pressure. Once you get it to this stage here, see where that is? You just work that into the hole. Can you see that there? Now I'm going to leave it open because I'm going to load this keyring right up. It is good to put all your keys the right way. It looks a lot nicer, especially for locksmiths. If you're not worried and it's your own keyring, it really doesn't matter. But when you present somebody keys and they're all in a nice row and fashion, it looks a lot better. So what I'm doing here is I'm just putting as many as I can on this one little tiny keyring, and I'll show you how to remove it. As you can see there, I've still got this part open, so I can accept a key, and as I keep pushing, the keys start going into the other section there. That's enough. I've got like 8 keys on there. So there's the 8 keys, and as you see, they're all the same way. Now if I want to remove it, it's as simple as finding the edge where it's the out edge, and you just give it a little pinch. Give it a little pinch, put pressure on this key here as you pull one down. So this key here is pulling this one this way, I'm pinching this and pulling it this way, just enough to separate it. Now if I want to take more than one off, I don't continue here, I actually introduce the next key. While I've got it lifted, I can introduce the next key, and I can take off as many as I need. And it's that simple. And 4 come off. So the stronger they are, the more resistance they're going to give you. This one here, same method once again. As you can see right here, I'm going to do it in nice slow motion. That's all there is to it. Put another one on this keyring. Now that I've got it already open, it's a lot easier to put it into the hole. I twist it all the way around. Removing it, once again, I squeeze on the small side, move my key down like that so it's as small as can be, pull it, I get one started, and then from there you can do as many as you like. Give it a punch and it comes off. Bigger key rings can also be used for older people with arthritis and bad hands. We've used key rings of this size before. This is like a 60mm one. So basically you put a big key ring around it and then they can put the key into the lock, okay, but they don't have that pressure to turn. By using a big split ring like this, it gives them something to hang on to, and then they can rotate it with using their whole hand, putting pressure on the key. So it's not the best ideal thing to put pressure here and here on the key. Normally you should hold it from here, but it does work, and for somebody with arthritis or who has difficulties using a key and turning, having that pressure to turn, using a big split ring can make all the difference. They do come in a lot of large sizes, like this one here, I think it's an 80mm. We even have other ones that go up to like 200mm. So split rings, there you have it, nice and easy. Doesn't matter what shape of head your key is, same methods really do apply. I'll take that key off, I'll put this key on. Once you get this little technique down, it's quite easy. I'll take this key off, I'm just going to pull it, pull one aside, and I'll just rotate it around. Once again, I'm going to use that method, just like that. I'll do it again so you can see, like that, and I'll do it from this side so you can see from this side what's happening. Okay, very simple. Okay, that's how to use a split ring. Thanks for watching. Also, we have these available at our lock shop, multiple sizes. We also have good brands as well from the US as well, like these ones here, HPC. They come in a large box like this, so if you are cutting keys, best to get the half decent ones to give your customers. Nothing worse than giving them a little cheap one and they lose a key the next day. So give them a decent one and they'll appreciate it, and it'll look a lot better. All available from drlock.com.au. Thanks for watching.